welcome to my channel. I'm Diamond Painting with Anxiety, also affectionately known as Karen, Miss Karen to some, and I'm super excited to have you here with me. This is a really special video for me because this is my very first premiere. Yay! I had a brief conversation in one of the Facebook groups with Mrs. Coffee when I very first started my channel, and one of the things I said to her was I am not going to do a premiere, or I am not going to do a live, excuse me, until I have 1,000 subscribers. And she told me that if I did that by the time I got there, I would have learned a lot. Well, I'm not even close to 1,000 subscribers, but when Pippa invited me to join in on this collaboration project with her and other YouTubers where we were going to do premieres for people to enjoy during the holidays or after, I was so honored and so excited to be able to join in that I decided I would go ahead and do a premiere. So this will be the only one that I do before I do hit 1,000 subscribers. And then maybe I'll start doing lives. I'm not quite sure. We'll see. So hopefully you have a work in progress and you can work along with me. What I'm going to be working on tonight is my Ever Moment 40 by 50 Christmas painting. Today is, when I'm filming this, today is actually the 22nd, or sorry, the 21st of December. So I'm a little bit sad because I'm obviously probably not going to get this finished before Christmas. I've got all of this area to do and what you can't really see under this paper right here. But I've been really busy working 3 jobs, and you know, Christmas is a busy time of year, so it's just not going to be done. Hopefully, maybe by the first of the year, we'll see. But what I do know is that I'll have this one done for next year. And, you know, the residents, and I think this is going to be for the residents. I'm going to give my daughter the choice between 2 different diamond paintings. One of them will stay here at the shelter, and the other one will go to her house for my grandkids. And then we'll just go from there. I am super, super happy with this particular piece. Oh my gosh, you guys, those stars look amazing. But what is probably not really showing up well, even in the viewfinder, is the blending up in here. The subtle blending on this canvas, when you see this in real life, makes it look actually like the moon is reflected up here in the sky. It's absolutely breathtaking. This is an Ever Moment, so my drills are real good quality. Everything's turning out real good. Super, super happy with it. So yeah, it's gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. Very festive piece I've really enjoyed working on. So let's start working. Let's grab our whips and a nice drink, and let's drop some drills, hopefully on our canvas and not on the floor. So let me grab a sip of my coffee. Happy Boxing Day to everyone. This premiere will actually go up on Boxing Day. Oh, and I thought we'd work on Santa and his reindeer. So I'm going to be working with some 310. There's a lot of color blocking in this canvas, which has been pretty fun. Normally when I'm doing whip-in chats, for whatever reason, I only put 1 drill on at a time. I have to, I don't know, I guess I'm weird. I have to concentrate a little bit harder when I'm doing multi-placing. So also I'm at a different angle and working upside down, and I don't know. So I normally do 1 drill at a time, but that's okay. So I did go ahead and look up Boxing Day. Happy Boxing Day to everyone who is in a country that celebrates that. We, of course, do not celebrate that here in the United States of America. That was weird how I said that, huh? United States of America. We don't celebrate Boxing Day here in the U.S. So I did look it up. I kind of thought I knew what it was about, and I was pretty close. I probably am not going to explain this as well as somebody who, you know, lives in a country that observes this holiday, but it was originally started because the churches would open their donation boxes on the 26th of December and distribute those donations to the poor, to the, you know, those who were in need. And then after a while, they started giving out boxes to people like milkmen and postmen and servants. They would give them boxes on the 26th that basically was their holiday bonus. Sometimes there was cash in those boxes. Sometimes they were clothing or other useful items, and or may have contained some cash too. So that's kind of what that holiday entails. Now, from what I've read online, and I could be wrong about this, and if you're somebody who lives in a country that observes this holiday, and if I am wrong, please correct me in the comments below. But some of those traditions of the holidays are not actually carried out anymore, but the holiday is still observed. So I think that's absolutely wonderful. Need another sip of my coffee. Get thirsty with all this diamond painting and talking. So I think that's absolutely wonderful. I can tell you that in my family, the 26th of December was always a very special day when I was growing up, but for a totally different reason. Every year on December 26th, we would do some very important activities, and that was boxing up of all the holiday decor. So every year on the 26th, my mom made sure that every single Christmas decoration, every single trace of Christmas came out of the house and got packed up and put away, because my birthday just happens to be on December 31st. That's right, I am a New Year's Eve baby. So my mom was always really good to make sure that I felt like my birthday was special. As a kid growing up, sometimes relatives would do this thing where at Christmas time they would give me a very nice gift, you know, something a little bit bigger than maybe they would have bought me normally. But they would say something to me along the lines of, "This is your Christmas and birthday gift." So, you know, I always appreciated that, and it was always fun to get, you know, something nice for Christmas. But as a little kid, you don't really understand those concepts that, you know, everybody else gets 2 special days, and kind of in a sense, sometimes with some people, I only got 1. So my mom just really made sure to make a big deal out of my birthday every year. And a lot of the kids at school, they would be able to have their moms bring them cupcakes and have a little, you know, cupcakes and juice and stuff at school. And because there was no school going on for my birthday, I didn't get to do that. So she would usually throw me a birthday party. And when I was real young, she would have parties and, you know, invite like every kid in my class. And then as I got to be a teenager, what she would normally do is allow me to invite, you know, 2 or 3 girlfriends, and we would have a New Year's Eve sleepover. So that was always really fun. She would always ask me what I wanted for my dinner, and it was always the same thing. It was tacos. I loved her homemade tacos. And my stepdad would always challenge me to eat as many as I could because I was a real small, real thin kid. And he'd tell me, I'll give you $1 for every taco you can eat. And I think one year I ate like 12 or something. So we would pig out on tacos, have junk food. When midnight rolled around, my mom would let us go outside with pots and pans, and we would bang on pots and pans and yell and scream, and it was just lots of fun. So my mom always did a really good job of making sure that my birthday was special. So that's what we kind of always did on the 26th of December. So what do I do now on the 26th of December? I actually don't take my decorations down on the 26th. I'm lucky if I get them down by sometime in the first week of January. I have a tendency to procrastinate with that. So the 26th is just kind of another day for me, but usually. But it's going to be special this year because I'm going to be doing my premiere. So again, thank you so much, Pippa, for inviting me to participate. I'm really glad to be able to hang out with you guys and, you know, just share this time with you around the holidays. Because you guys have all become a part of my, you know, my support system. I'm very, very grateful to have had all of you in my life for this entire year. So that's really cool. So the other thing I wanted to talk about in this Whip and Chat is some things that may be coming up, hopefully, for my channel here sometime in January and throughout the new year. I have a special project coming up on Instagram pretty much, and I did some videos too recently called A Project with a Purpose. And that's where I created a diamond painting that I donated or gave as a gift. And I didn't really donate it. I gave it as a gift to the shelter here. And if you're brand new to my channel and just watching tonight because of this special collaboration, welcome. But you may not be aware that I'm very, very blessed to be able to be the Live On-Site resident manager for a family transitional homeless shelter in California. And I live here on site in I call it a 3/4 studio apartment, and am here to help the residents, you know, monitor behaviors, make sure rules are followed, things like that. Particularly nights and weekends when none of the other staff is here. So I live here 365 days a year, unless I'm on vacation. And I live with up to 30 kids at a time. So I'm very, very blessed. I live here rent-free in exchange for my services. And then I usually work between about 5 and 15 hours a week doing shifts here at the shelter too, and I'm paid separately for those. So I'm very, very lucky. I love being here very much. But so now that I've kind of explained that, if you had to listen to that for the 3 millionth time, I apologize. But just in case somebody's here that has never seen my channel before, that's what I do. And so I did give a gift of a diamond painting, and I kind of called that project with a Purpose, and I gave it to the shelter in honor of our 30th anniversary. It now hangs in our main office, and it's a piece that you know, everybody just really loves seeing. So that was really fun. So recently I completed that project that I was calling Project with a Purpose. You are hopefully real soon, probably in the next week or so, going to see another video go up called Project with a Purpose 2. And I don't want to give too much away, but that's a very special diamond painting that was actually donated to us here at the shelter by one of my subscribers very, very generously. And one of our residents completed that diamond painting, and now it's going to go to a very special home. So that's one of the things that's going to be coming up, is Project with a Purpose 2. And then there's also going to be Project with a Purpose 3. Now, that is a project that I have been thinking about doing here at the shelter for quite some time, a couple of years now, maybe about a year and a half, and just have not got around to making it happen. So I finally found a diamond painting that inspired me to get busy and to make that project happen. So I don't want to give too much away, but one of the things that I do here at the shelter is the diamond painting with the residents, as most of you know. And so I do a lot with the adults, so I'm not going to give too much away, but I will say that this Project with a Purpose 3 was inspired by a diamond painting from Diamond Art Club. When I saw this painting, I knew immediately that I had to buy it, and it became my inspiration to finally get going and get this project rolling and to give me a direction to go. So I've put together a group of volunteers, and when I say a group of volunteers, I really mean that at this point my volunteers are Shanda Panda, the famous Shanda Panda. Hi Shanda! And my daughter Sarah, and me, and that's pretty much it. I do think some other people will probably be joining us in January, and we're going to get that project rolling, and hopefully you guys will see some fun videos around that project. So those are just kind of some things I got going and brewing around, so I'm super excited about those. So I did a minute ago kind of refer to one of my subscribers very generously donating a diamond painting to us. This is something that I've kind of alluded to in some videos. I haven't said too much about because I kind of had a fear about this whole subject, and I have just agonized over whether or not I wanted to talk about this on my channel, how I wanted to handle it, but I think I've reached a decision. Of course, since I started doing the diamond painting with the residents here at the house, almost from day one when we started the Path Project, Shanda Seeley from Creatively Shanda. If you haven't seen her channel, go check her out. She's got some cool stuff. She lives here local. She asked if she could come over and help with the Diamond Painting Path Project. And so she has been supporting us from, pretty much day one. Then there was another day where I had made a video, because what I do with the residents is I introduce them to diamond painting. If it's something that they think they'd enjoy, I give them their own diamond painting, and they're able to work on a project for, of their very own. And also we get together usually about once a week, although we haven't had much time. Everybody's lives are so busy this time of year that we haven't had time to do much diamond painting. But once a week we'll get together and we work on the Path Project, which is a huge 75 by 180 diamond painting that will be completed and will hang here in the shelter. So that's really fun. But one day I was doing an unboxing video where I had gotten, I don't know, maybe 7, I think, diamond paintings from AliExpress. And in that video, I happened to mention that I had like, I don't know, 4 or 5 diamond painters in the house at that time. And my comment was that they were kind of painting me out of house and home. They were completing projects pretty much quicker. Well, I wouldn't say that, because I like to have, at that point, I like to have at least, you know, 6 or 7 diamond paintings on hand for them to choose from. And but I made a comment that they were painting me out of house and home, and a very wonderful YouTube creator made a comment on that video and asked if it would be possible for people to make a donation of diamond paintings to the house. And I got all teary and I said, yes, of course, that would be such a blessing. And she did that, and because of that comment, other people saw it, and a couple of other people made donations of diamond paintings as well. And it's just kind of continued to go from there. I think at this point there have been at least, I don't know, 5 or 6 packages that have arrived here to the house, either large or small, with supplies that we need to diamond paint, or, you know, we've received large boxes. You guys, I'm talking large boxes of diamond paintings from generous people in this community, subscribers, people that have found me in the Facebook groups. And it's just been such a tremendous blessing. And I just can't even describe for you guys what it means to the residents here. When we do get a box or a package, regardless of how big or small it is, it's like it's Christmas for them. And it really, really encourages them, because it lets them know that other people out there in this, you know, big wide world care about them, and care about them being happy and enjoying life and having stress reduction. And they get quite emotional when we receive these wonderful gifts from all of you out there. So and it's wonderful, and we're so grateful, but the reason I've been a little bit nervous about talking about this is I was afraid, even from the time when I made that first comment where I said they're kind of painting me out of house and home, because believe me, I would definitely purchase diamond paintings for the residents with my own money, and I still do. But I would, if I needed to, I would definitely keep them supplied in diamond paintings out of my own pocket. When I made that comment, I never dreamed that anybody would offer to help, but it encouraged me so much. I just can't even tell you. But I've been a little afraid to talk about this, or, you know, have this be a part of my channel in any way, because I was afraid that people would think that I was asking in some subtle way for people to send the residents and I things. And that is absolutely positively not the case. And then, so this has been going on for, I think about, gosh, I don't know, since maybe August or September. And I just kept thinking about it and thinking about it. And then finally I came to a point where I realized 2 very important things. First of all, I want more of a forum for being able to tell the people that bless these residents with these wonderful gifts how much we truly appreciate them. And if I don't talk about it, that's more difficult for me to do. And also, I just feel like I feel like they deserve some acknowledgement, um, in a wider sense, because I mean, it's not something that they have to do. And I mean, people have been so generous. I mean, we have received boxes with 15 paintings, boxes with 45 diamond paintings. We've received storage and supplies like baggies and pens and extra trays, because I like to give them too. Just so many different things. One person has sent us boxes twice now. And it's just amazing. The other reason I want to talk about it is because, you know, I'm beginning to see, and I want to encourage, you know, people to find ways to use this craft that we all love so much, you know, to bless others. I saw a post on one of the groups where someone had made a bunch of diamond paintings and donated them somewhere for display. A couple of people, I think, have started diamond painting groups with, you know, I don't know exactly where or with who, but I know that there are other people that are doing, you know, similar things to what I'm doing here with the residents in their communities. And I just think that's amazing. So I think that it's something that deserves to be talked about and deserves to be acknowledged. So with that being said, I'm not asking for anybody to do anything for us. It's a blessing when people do, again, but I mean, and especially right now, we've got a lot of diamond paintings. The residents have an incredible stash. Right now, I think I have maybe about 8 or 9 diamond painters in the house. And I would say in the last 6 weeks that I've probably gone through about 25 diamond paintings. So they're definitely using them, but we have a lot. So one of the things that I'm going to be doing coming up very soon that you'll be seeing here on my channel is I'm going to be doing resident stash videos, and not exactly like unboxings, because the residents get so much joy from opening those packages that arrive to us through the mail or UPS. So I won't be doing unboxings because I like to, although all of the residents here sign waivers, and I could technically put them on my channel unless they requested not to be. But I don't want to do that. I want to respect their privacy. So I try to, you know, make sure that no photos or videos of the residents go up. But I do put up photos of their completed projects sometimes. So I can't really do unboxings, but I think that what I will be doing is more of like, after the box has been opened, kind of like a resident stash video or a friend mail or supporter mail. Because, and that's one of the things that really made me decide that I was going to go ahead and share the wonderful things that we're gifted, is after I had thought about it for months, I realized it's really no different than when a creator puts up videos of friend mail. Those are things that are also generously given by people that love the creators out there, and, you know, want to send something to say thank you for the you know, value that they have brought to that person's life, that subscriber's life, through, you know, their channel. So what the residents and I receive is really basically not any different. So I think I'm okay with putting those up. Now this is my premiere, okay? And so hopefully there'll be some people hanging out with me on the 26th. And, you know, if you think I'm crazy and I shouldn't put, you know, shouldn't do these videos, if you think people might construe it that I'm asking for something or anything like that, you know, definitely tell me. If you feel that way, put it in the comment section below. I'm always open to feedback. So be sure to share your honest opinion and your feelings with me. I have reached out to a couple of the people that have made the donations to us and said, how would you feel about, you know, me giving you a shout out in a video? Would you want me to use your name, or would you want to remain anonymous? How would that make you feel? And the people that I have, you know, asked about that have said that they would be fine with it. So I think that's what I'm going to start doing. And you should see hopefully a resident stash video and maybe a resident, I think I want to call it supporter mail. A resident supporter mail video coming up real soon, because I got to do something very fun with the residents today. We received a huge box. Oh my gosh, you guys, it was so big in the mail. I knew it was coming. Someone had posted on Facebook that they had some trays they wanted to share. And somebody said, you know, there's someone in California that diamond paints with at a residential transitional homeless shelter. And I commented and said, well, that's me. And so when she realized kind of what I was doing, she decided that she wanted to send, and I'm not sure if it was the same person or if it was someone else who saw the post. Anyway, I get confused about things. Those of you guys that watch my channel all the time, you know, I got some-timers. Sometimes I remember things good and I'm smart, and sometimes I don't. But anyway, you know, through email and stuff, she decided that she wanted to bless us for Christmas with some diamond paintings. And so it was this gigantic box, and the residents and I, but right before I made this video, we took that box out near the Christmas tree and we opened it, and they were so excited, and there were a lot of paintings in there. I didn't count, and I'm not really sure how many we received. I think there were 5 or 6 Diamond Art Clubs in there. And a lot of other just really beautiful paintings. There was storage, there was specialty pens, a coloring book. I mean, we just really were blessed, and it was so much fun for the residents. And one of the things that I will commonly do when we get one of those packages in is I will take a dice and I will have the residents all roll the dice, and whoever gets the largest number gets to choose first. So what they did today was they rolled, and I told each one of them, I said, okay, highest number goes first, choose your diamond painting. So they all chose a diamond painting, and that was their Christmas gift from this wonderful supporter. And then I had them roll the dice again, and I said, okay, choose a accessory. So one of the pens, or, you know, the storage, or whatever it was that they wanted to choose. So they all chose a pen. So one of the really, really cool things about receiving these wonderful boxes that we've gotten from subscribers and supporters is because of that, I've been able to use my resources, and I was able to buy them all pens from Diamond Painting by Donnie's Etsy shop over at Drill Pen Frenzy. So I was able to purchase them all specialty blingy shiny pens, and they all received a Harbor Freight storage box from me as well. So, and I was able to do that because of the fact that so many generous people out there had sent us, you know, so many wonderful paintings. So that was just really, really fun today. So it just absolutely made their Christmas. It made my Christmas. I can tell you that the residents here, you know, some of them have made diamond paintings and given them as gifts. Some of them have donated them back to the shelter or to other places. Some of them have kept them, and they will use them for decor in their homes when they find their permanent housing. So yeah, just lots and lots of benefit from the wonderful support we've received from everyone. So I'm just very grateful. I feel like this should be Thanksgiving and not Christmas and New Year's, because I am just filled with gratitude. But I think it's important to be grateful every day. I feel like I'm not placing these two straight. I'll have to fix these after this whip and chat. So that's something that you guys can be looking forward to coming up soon, unless you guys really think it's a bad idea. And if so, tell me, and then I might rethink it. But still, it's my channel, so I don't know. I might do what I want, and I might not. We'll see. But let me know what you think. That's important to me, too. So that's pretty much kind of some fun stuff that I wanted to share with you that, you know, may be coming up in the coming year for my channel. Let me grab a sip of my coffee. Look at Santa. He's coming right along. I know you're probably all working on your own diamond paintings or craft projects or whatever it is you're doing and not watching, but watching me put down a lot of 310 is probably not the most exciting thing in the world if you are watching. I don't think anybody really does that, though. But Santa is coming right along here. So this whole area is a lot of color blocking. There's a lot of 310. This is all pretty much 5200. But again, this piece is it's just gonna be so pretty, you guys. I'm like I said, I'm just really kind of sad I didn't get it done for Christmas, but you know, life's been busy lately. So, as I said earlier, my birthday is on New Year's Eve, which by the time this video comes up will just be in a few more days. So I am going to be doing something really fun for my birthday this year. My daughter lives here in California, and so I will spend Christmas with her and my grandkids. We'll go over to her in-laws for Christmas dinner. I'll probably spend Christmas Eve night at their house so that I can be there for Christmas morning. So I'm sure that, you know, maybe after the first of the year, I'll have a video with maybe some fun stories about Christmas, but I can talk a little bit about what we're going to do for my birthday. My grandson Wyatt had a wonderful opportunity. He's 13, and he was able to move to Washington for at least this school year. We'll kind of play it by ear and go from there. But he moved to Washington in September with my youngest son, Adam, and he's living on a ranch in Spokane, Washington. And so we're really excited because Adam's going to be coming home to visit tomorrow, actually. So he'll be here the day after I film this video. And he'll be here until the 31st, at which time him, Sarah, and I are going to get on a plane, and we're going to fly to Spokane, Washington, to take him home to, you know, be home for when school starts. My daughter Sarah and I will be there from the 31st until the 4th of January, and just spending some time with him one-on-one without the other 3 kids, and, you know, kind of in his, you know, new home environment, and just letting him know that even though the decision was made to have him move to Washington, that he's just as important to all of us as he ever was. And so we're going to spend some time up there with him. We've got a lot of family in the area, so hopefully we'll have some time to see some family. My daughter sent me a text the other day, and she said she would like to do a casino and spa day. So I don't know. I've never really looked into it, but there must be a casino with a spa over there in the area. So she said she would like to do that. So that'll be really fun. It'll be really nice to go to a spa with my daughter Sarah, because this is kind of an interesting story. The first year that I was down here in California, for my birthday, she was going to one of my favorite places on earth is Old Town San Diego, which is kind of like an old ghost town type thing, kind of a, you know, history spot, and I love to go there. So the first year I was down here for my birthday, she had planned a trip for me and her and the grandkids to go down and spend the night in a hotel, go to Old Town San Diego, you know, just spend the weekend in Grandma's favorite place. And I got deathly ill. I was so sick. Oh my gosh. Can't tell you how sick I was. So we were not able to go. We had to cancel. And so we weren't able to do anything real special that year. Then the next year that I was here, she said, for your birthday, I want to take you to a spa. And I said, okay. So there's this spa that's, you know, a little bit well known down here called Glen Ivy. And so she was going to take me to Glen Ivy. I was really excited. They have a spa and they have a grotto area, I believe, and mud baths and, you know, pools. We were going to spend the entire day. We were going to get massages. I was super excited. And then, so she told me that was going to be my birthday gift. And then for whatever reason, I'm not sure why, but I think it was because she had a coworker that wanted to go with us, and they heard of this other spa that was in, you know, near where they work. So she decided that instead of going to the spa that she had told me we were originally going to, that we're going to go to this one closer to where she worked. And so that was fine. We picked a day to go, and we took the train thingy, whatever that's called, down here into the city, and went and had lunch, and then went to the spa. And we get there, and it is a Korean spa. It is a Korean spa where you are not allowed to wear any clothing. Oh my gosh. Now, I'm not a prude, and with my friends or something, I might go into a spa nude. But with my daughter and one of her coworkers, oh no, it was not going to happen. So she took me to a nudie spa. Oh my gosh. So I did go get my massage. Her and her friend did go into the spa for a little while without their clothes, I might add. Oh my gosh. And I don't know. I guess I'm old or whatever. Just not my thing. Not my thing. So I did get a massage, and I sat in my robe in the lounge area while they went into the spa for a little while. So that was kind of a fun birthday memory of Sarah taking me to a, oh gosh, I don't know, a nudist resort or something. Anyway, so that was that birthday. And then last year, she said, how about for your birthday, me and the kids take you out for a movie. At the time, oh gosh, Mary Poppins was in the theaters. And that sounded like a really fun movie to take my grandkids to. So we set that all up, and that was the plan for my birthday. We were going to do that. And I think we had decided not to do it on New Year's Eve, that we were going to do it on the 1st. So that was the plan. And then it's a blessing and it's a wonderful thing, but her sister-in-law went into labor and had their baby boy on January 1st. So Sarah ended up traveling to the city that they live in to be helpful with his 2-year-old sister while mom was at the hospital delivering the baby. So the grandkids and I went to the movie by ourselves, which was fun. I mean, don't get me wrong, I had a great time. But I don't know. I think maybe I'm kind of glad that Sarah and I are going out of town for my birthday this year. We'll be on a plane, but, you know, maybe we'll actually be together, and maybe we won't need to take our clothes off, because, yeah, that's not my idea of, you know, spending my birthday in a pleasant way to, you know, be running around nude in front of my adult daughter. So yeah, I don't know. That's just weird. Just weird, you guys. So hopefully I'll be able to keep my clothes on for my birthday, and we'll be with my daughter and my grandson. And then of course, when we get to Washington, my son and his new wife are there. And like I said, lots of extended family right there in the town we're going to be in. So it should be really, really fun. I'm looking forward to it, not only because I'm going to be spending, you know, so much quality time with them, and because it's my birthday and just all of those things, but also because, like I said earlier in the video, I've been I think I said this, I've been working my 3 jobs, so I'm tired. I'm just tired. So I'm looking forward to, you know, just having some time off, looking forward to getting out of the shelter for a little while. Everybody needs a break and a vacation, especially when you live where you work. I love it. I'm blessed, but it comes with its own set of challenges. At any given time, something could potentially happen, and sometimes it does. And I could be, you know, asked to be of service to the residents who live here. So it'll be nice to be out here for a while. It'll be nice to just get some rest, because I'm real tired. We had originally planned on staying until Sunday the 5th, and I had taken the day off from 2 of my 3 jobs on Monday the 6th, because I'm always so tired after I come back from a trip. It's like I need to rest after flying. So I had taken most of Monday off. I will have to go into work for a couple of hours at 6 p.m. on Monday night, but that won't be too bad. It's just a couple of hours. But then my daughter is in a fellowship program out of Boston, and she'll actually be flying out on the 6th to go to New Orleans, I believe, to do a part of her fellowship. So she contacted me and said, Mom, can we change the flights and come back on Saturday the 4th? And I was like, yeah, I like the sounds of that. We're going to get home fairly early on Saturday. So that'll give me like a good 2.5 days to just kind of do a staycation and just, you know, get everything all cleaned up and organized after the holidays and get ready to get back to work. So I'm pretty excited about that too. So lots of fun stuff coming up. I'm very, very lucky. Normally, what I've been doing also since I've moved down here to the shelter the last 2 years is on New Year's Eve. I've thrown, because the residents, regardless of if it's a holiday or not, we have a curfew. And if it's a weeknight, that curfew is 10 p.m. So regardless of whether it's a holiday or not a holiday, the residents do need to be home at 10 p.m., no exceptions. So what I've done the past 2 years is I've thrown a big party for them on New Year's Eve, and, you know, bought them lots of snacks and bought myself a birthday cake and, you know, party hats and streamers and, you know, Mardi Gras beads and noisemakers, and we've played games and, you know, hung out and eaten lots of good food to celebrate Miss Karen's birthday and the coming New Year. So that's something I will not be doing for the first time since I've lived here this year, but that's okay. I think they'll be all right. I always get a little bit nervous when I leave town, because it does mean that the house is not staffed overnight while I'm gone, but they'll be all right. That's probably just my ego talking. I think they'll be just fine without Miss Karen for a few days. They'll probably be like, oh, thank you, Jesus. Hang on a minute. I'm going to grab a cup or sip of coffee. So yeah, so it will be a very good thing. Really looking forward to being able to spend a little bit of time with my son too. Although he's a truck driver, and I think he'll only be there maybe Wednesday and Thursday, and then he'll be leaving Friday. But his wife will be there, and so hopefully she'll be able to go to the spa with us, and, you know, we'll spend some good girly time, besides also being able to spend some time with my grandson Wyatt. He is one of the lights of my life. I love him so much. I love them all. I am so lucky to be, mom to 4, grandma to 7, and Miss Karen to 30. I love kids. I've got a lot of patience with kids, but mostly the reason why I have so much patience with kids is I have a very important skill that I developed when I was raising my 4, and that's the ability to just kind of tune them out. That's an especially important skill here at the house. In the evenings, sometimes it can get quite noisy out there, and I can just like totally not even be aware that anything's happening. So that's one of the things that makes it easy for me to be patient. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to the new year. As far as my like work situation, I did recently take a 3rd job, because I have a 9-to-5 job I work too. I did recently take a 3rd part-time job as a substance use disorder counselor. And the reason they hired me was to be able to provide coverage when one of their counselors went out on medical leave beginning in January. It sounds like that's going to be a bit delayed, so she may not be going out till the middle of January, maybe towards the end. But whenever she does, I will be covering her groups. So I will be working 5 days a week at that job until she does return from her medical leave. And then I'll be cutting back to just 2 days a week, maybe a 3rd if they really, really need me. those shifts are only 2 hours and 15 minutes long, so it's not like it's, you know, a huge thing, but I do have to admit, you know, doing that 5 days a week is a little bit hard for me right now, but I know that it won't, you know, it's not going to be forever. That will eventually, you know, come to an end. So I just keep telling myself I just got to get through this coworker's medical leave, and then things will get a little bit easier. But I have to admit, you know, it's having a bit of an impact on my bank account, so that's nice. I have some financial goals for next year, which brings me to the last thing that I think I'll talk over with you guys, or talk about with you guys, is kind of one of the traditions that I've been doing for, gosh, about 15 years now. I think at New Year's, everybody gets kind of reflective. For me, I probably get reflective doubly so, because not only is a new year coming, but also I'm turning another year older, another, you know, trip around the sun, so to speak. So one of the things I've done every year for at least the last 15 years is there are either on my birthday, January 1st, January 2nd, 3rd, somewhere right around in there, I create 2 lists. And those lists are, the first one is 25 things I want to do, have, and be. And those can be big things, those can be small things. But I make a list of just things that I want to do, like, say, for example, go on a cruise. That would be something I want to do. Something I want to be. I want to be a substance use disorder counselor. Something I want to have. I want to have a YouTube channel. Okay? So I make a list like that, and pretty much I make the list with 25 things on it, and then I just put it away until the next year, and then I pull it out and see how many of those things I accomplish. And also, speaking of, okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. So it's a really good way, and sometimes if I'm in transition or I feel like I just need to, I might do one of those lists, you know, mid-year or whatever, but I always do one at the beginning of the new year and put it away. It's really fun when you pull it back out to just look at those things and see how many things you have accomplished. The other list that I do is called 25 Accomplishments List. Now that list is a little bit harder every year, because you know, we all have a tendency to minimize our accomplishments. I think most of us do. You know, I think that's a pretty universal human thing. So sometimes it's a real struggle to try and come up with 25 things that I've accomplished. But it's something that I, you know, make myself do every year. And again, it might be, you know, something small, like I finished reading Gone with the Wind. Or it might be something really big, like I became a substance use disorder counselor. I mean, come on. Wow. That's been something I've been working on for a long time, and I'm super, super excited and super grateful that I was able to finish that this year. But that's a list that's also really, really powerful for me in my life. So I definitely will be doing one of those this year too. So since I'm going to be off, you know, and out of town, I don't know. We'll see. I may try to make some videos and maybe do a whip and chat and share those lists with you. I may make the lists and not do the videos till later in January. I don't know. We'll see. But that's something that I would kind of like to share with you. I've done something very similar in one of my other Coffees with Karen videos early on in my channel. So I think I'll do that here somewhere around the beginning of the year. I really challenge you guys to make your own lists. 25 things you'd like to do, have, and be, and 25 things you accomplished last year. They both can be very, very powerful. So you guys, that went really quickly, but I think we're at about an hour. In fact, we're a little over an hour. So it's time for me to go. So I just want to, again, thank you for supporting me this year. Thanks for being with me, hanging out in my very first premiere. Again, thank you, Pippa, for inviting me to be a part of this. Many, many thanks to all my subscribers and the people that have supported the residents and I on our diamond painting path this year. I hope that you have a very safe, happy, and healthy new year in 2020. Welcome to a new decade. It's coming, you guys. We're going to be there in a minute. I'm very grateful for you. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you really soon.